Which of your videos have you or opinions have you gotten the most pushback on?
Uh, oh gosh, a lot.
All of them?
A lot of feminists don't like me. Um, ooh, there was something that popped off. Oh, I was talking about teaching women basically assertiveness classes, and a lot of women were
Ooh.
really upset that I was like very staunchly being like, if you oppose teaching women assertiveness classes, I think I said something like, if you oppose women taking assertiveness classes, you just want them to get raped. I was a little spicy about it, but I mean, it's kind of true. I don't know why you would ever oppose it. And so a lot of people just took that to be like, you're just dismissing rape. And I think it was on the
Oh,
backbone of some
wow.
sort of situation where somebody again was upset because they like didn't say no, or I'm not sure exactly what the situation was, and so they were like, just say no is terrible advice, and I was like, no, it's not. It's actually really, really, really good advice. It's excellent advice. It won't save you from all circumstances, but it will save you from all the ambiguous circumstances by
Right.
and large.
I would imagine most happen when you give mixed signals and then you get drunk.
Get
It's
drunk
not
and then you
so
freeze. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And
And
you
so, like,
probably just
just say
sit
no is rudimentary, obviously. We need to understand your freeze response. We need to understand how to ground yourself. Like, there's assertiveness training classes are so much more nuanced than just say no. But the fundamentals is if we want to get sexual assault numbers down, we need to teach men how to, like, be better about reading no cues
Mhm.
and stuff like that. To be honest, looking at some of the behaviors at bars, I have some feelings about what men are doing. I think some of you know what you're doing is wrong. If you're being weird with a
Well,
girl
because
and then a
men are
man walks up to you and you stop, you know what you're doing is wrong, and you
I
shouldn't
think
be doing
men
that.
are they think it's a value to be persistent. They think I can just wear this woman down or I'll wait 3 more
Wait,
drinks and I'll keep
and
trying or I'll
they're
come back when
reinforced
you're
for that
hammered.
sometimes, right?
Right.
Some women will I've literally heard women be like, "Oh, I said no," and he like just gave up or stuff like that. And they do have to approach. And there is an element where women will do the coy like, "No," and they do have to like kind of pursue
Right.
and convince her
There
and stuff
are
like
some
that.
women that are like, "No, but yes." And you're like, but how do I
A lot of
differentiate?"
women are like that. Like a lot of women are
Yeah.
like, "He, no, but like yes, but no, but yes," right? And so it's super confusing. And we're not really teaching young men to be the most socially sophisticated people. We don't,
Mm.
the way that we handle young boys' emotions, for example, when we're child rearing, is very different than how we handle young girls. And so they turn 20 and we're like, oh my goodness, they don't know how to like regulate themselves in a communicative way. And you're like, yeah, of course not. Because every time your little boy got upset, you send him to his room because he was throwing trucks around. Like, the
You
fuck?
say,
Of
"Oh,
course he doesn't know how to
you have
communicate.
to be a big boy," and
Yeah. Don't cry, be a big boy. And if you make too many problems for me, you're going to get in trouble. You keep feeling angry, you're going to get in trouble and you're going to go to your room. And then they turn 20 and we're like, how come these men can't talk about their feelings? And it's just like, I wonder why. I wonder why that's the case.
wow.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there's definitely an imbalance, and I feel like women can get away with, taking, uh, like, they have such a you don't have to take responsibility, you don't have to be assertive, and then if some shit does go down and you make mistakes, it's like, "Oh, it's not your fault." It's like, "Oof, that's not healthy."
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think let's see. Oh, playing with the hair, the red pill said was a female flirtation or dangling a shoe sometimes.
Tangling your shoe.
If you're on a date with someone and you dangle a shoe, like a high heel off the end of your foot, that's like a flirtation mood.
Probably, I guess.
It's like, "I feel comfortable exposing my foot to you." Or also,
Okay.
like, it's body language too, and it's like, it's things you do unconsciously, like exposing your wrists, like, it's how you have your arms too, and it's like something if it's like it is like a subconscious thing. If you expose, like, your wrists or the underside of your arms or, like yeah, definitely touching your hair, of course, like, there's so many body language cues too that we do unconsciously to show interest, but and I think that women just they feel like they have to be polite, they don't wanna upset anyone, they don't wanna hurt anybody's feelings,
Yep.
so they're sort of, like, politely keep talking, and some men interpret that as like, oh, she likes me still, she's flirting back, she's
And
down.
smiling. Yeah, absolutely. This is why we need assertiveness training, because it feels like the feminist kind of, and when I say feminist, I mean like pop feminist, because I am a feminist, obviously. Um, it feels like the pop feminist response for women is like, just fuck politeness. And I'm just like, hey, if you're worried about like an escalatory situation with a man, probably the main way that you could escalate a situation with a man is if he's like, hey, baby, can I buy you a drink? And you're like, fuck you, fuck off, weirdo. It's like, why? There's a million other ways to be assertive in that situation and say no without being a fucking asshole. It feels like the like counter for this is like, hey, women, the way girls, we've been socialized to be so nice and agreeable. So now fuck politeness. We're just going to be rude. It's like, okay, men are still people. Like,
Yeah.
what? What
Also,
the fuck?
if you're at a bar, you are in a sense like, okay, it has this giving, you're letting the world know that you
you're
are open to be approached. So you're
you're
at a
in a
fucking bar, you're
environment that is
outside.
pro
Yeah,
approach.
right,
Absolutely. And so you're still allowed to say no, and you should
right,
when you're not interested. It's just there's really nice ways to do that, of being like, hey, I super appreciate that. I always have guys who offer to buy me drinks. I always say no. I'm married, right? So for me,
right,
it's always going to be a no. I always just say no to the buying the drink. Most guys realize that that's a cue. Like, nothing's
right.
going to happen between us. Done. Simple.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I'm
such a
married is
simple.
pretty No,
Yeah.
I'm married is pretty clear, and then if not, you could think of something creative like, "Fine, but you have to promise that you will let me peg you," or say something that makes you, like, very turned off, like, that would turn them off, or just
I'm not big
reveal, like
on games. I have the rule of like three explicit no's that increase in like firmness. But yeah, that's how I work. But I'm very, maybe I'm like somewhat socially autistic. I'm very
I
for
would, like,
direct communication.
just make jokes, and then they'd be like, "Oh, she likes me," but no, yeah. I think since I've only been married since June, so I haven't really been out at bars. Yeah, no one's really asked to buy me a drink yet. I haven't been able to say, "No, I'm married." I
I
can't
don't say
wait.
no, I'm married. Just by the way, I usually
Oh,
say no,
really?
thank you. Yeah, I usually just go no, thank you. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested in
So
drinking
that's your
tonight.
first no. What's your second no?
My second no, if they like tried to insist the drink on me, I'd be like, nope, just I don't want to drink. So I'd be like much more like clear about that. If they
Okay.
I've never had it go past that ever. If for some reason he's like, I insist on buying you a
You
drink,
look
and like
thirsty.
grabbed my arm or something to like pull me towards the bar, then I would jerk my arm away and go, no, I am not interested. You need to stop. And I would say it loud enough so that the people around us would be hearing it and like start turning. And I've never had it go past the second, like, nope, I'm serious. I'm not interested in a drink. And most guys get the cue of like, when I'm saying I'm not interested in a drink, I mean, I'm not interested in all of it. And they
In
usually get
all
that.
of
And most guys are pretty nice and they're like super fair and they'll still just dance with me and hang out. I don't know. Just be direct with people. Most people are like pretty, most people are pretty nice by and large. And when they're assholes, that's why you've got your third escalation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then it's like you're yelling at a dog who pooped on the rug.
Yeah. Bad boy.
Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.